me, I tell you what, she is on some mad fire this morning. We did play 2 songs from Freda Rhymz. If you're just watching or listening to us via our channel on Plus 899 FM as well. Well, if you had a chance to listen to, of course, the 2 songs we just played. The first one was Don't Kiss Me, right? Don't Kiss Me. Let me just do a quick confirmation of the sound. Yeah, 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Don't Kiss Me, and that's her latest song. She just dropped Freda Rhymz. We talk about that song later on as well. Plus, this one you just had questions. So many questions asked, and there's so much fire in the music. We'll also talk about that one. And live in the studio this morning is the lady herself, Freda Rhymz. Welcome to 3 Music, girl. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm great.
Loving our vibe?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
the studio is really sleek and
yeah.
I love the vibe here.
Yeah, perfect outfit, perfect color, perfect combination. You fit the place, you fit the movement. Yeah. Anyways, but it's still GH Ghana month though, so we'll be getting some Ghanaianness out of. Wait, what's your local name? We should use that today.
My local name.
As in your Ghanaian name.
Your day name.
Your day name. Okay.
I was born on Friday, so Ifya.
Ifya
Sewa and Pabin Braketu Ahofijia.
Oh, Charlie!
Oh, wow.
Charlie.
Ifya Sewa and Pabin Braketu.
What's packing Jinu?
That's deep.
That's serious.
Is it?
Yeah,
Are you a heir to?
Thank you.
Or the heirs to a throne or something?
That's deep. That's deep.
Should we expect? Because not too long ago we saw one of the baddest to do it in the music industry. Lucika become what do you call it? A queen mother. So maybe I don't know. Do you have like a lineage, or do you have some? Should we expect some ahini or some ahinche coming up soon?
Are you from a royal family?
No.
Okay.
I'm just, Freda Rhymz. I'm just Freda.
You're just Freda.
Yes.
Okay.
But then, I don't know what the future holds. Maybe I can be the queen that you were talking about.
Come on.
Yeah.
She'd marry a prince.
Come on.
Become the princess.
Come on.
I was trying to find rhymes to go with but I just realized I can't princess. It's all good though. So yeah, she's live in the studio. Before we jump into any big convo, every time we eat, right now, food and sugars are trapped in between our teeth, leading to tooth decay. Cereal, I'm talking to you. So the suya with the chop, no. You can't for that. Yes. The suya.
The suya. So for walk around with toothpaste.
The suya.
The suya.
If I tear one suya, then I tear one toothpaste.
All right, so now brushing your teeth every morning and night with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter gives your teeth the protection they need, leaving you with 10 times stronger teeth. Okay, now Pepsodent Cavity Fighter is fortified with pro fluoride. With pro fluoride, listen. There's been a jump, a trend on those 2 words.
He's explaining.
For a while.
You almost did that sometime ago.
When I reached there, pro fluoride.
Pro fluoride.
Explain.
Why are you trying to
Try.
Pro fluoride.
Pro fluoride. Pro fluoride.
Yeah,
Pro fluoride.
Yeah, that's good.
Pro
Yeah.
fluoride. Pro
She's a
fluoride.
rapper. What do you expect?
Pro fluoride.
Pro fluoride.
Good.
Right.
6 times straight.
Yeah, but a male rapper. I was watching that. Day. Right? I laughed my head off.
Pause. Listen.
Shocks every week.
All right,
Pro fluoride.
And microcalcium. You want to say that one?
Oh, microcalcium.
Yeah, you. All right, that's good. Sealing tiny, I beg your pardon, and invisible, teeny tiny, that's all good, invisible holes in your teeth. Now, this also prevents cavities, keeps your teeth strong and mouth healing. All right, I'll tell you more about Pepsodent Charcoal and the herbal toothpaste later on in the show. But anyway, one more time, Freda Rhymz, aka Ifya, welcome to the show.
Thank you once again.
Wow, you've been away for a while and for a minute.
Yes.
We're going to come to the song, the details, the new song, the projects, everything. But where have you been? It's been like, 2-3 years now?
It's been 2 years.
2 years?
Yes, because I remember the last time I released a song was in 2020.
Okay. That was,
I released a song with Prince Bright.
With Prince Bright?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the last time I dropped something, and then I dipped. And I've been out here, I've been in the trap, I've been trapping, I've been trying to get the money, you feel me? It's not easy out here, but so do you want me to...
Trap,
okay.
now let's go into the trap. Within that period, that fallow period, what were you doing? Or what even pushed you there to go on hold and say that, let me just pause, reflect, and come back?
Well, honestly, in the course of chasing my dreams, right, I lost myself completely. I lost myself, and I felt like my career was going in a direction or in a way that wasn't really fulfilling to me. And so I became overwhelmed with how things were moving at the time in my life, and so I just gave up on everything.
On music?
Everything. Like
Relationships?
Shut down, like,
Wait,
feel me.
As they were saying, if it were an African movie, pardon to use the N word, who's the nigga who was doing that? Relationships, music,
Everything.
home.
Everything.
Wow.
You know, yeah, because it was like very crazy at the time. And so I just went into isolation and actually realized that it was something that I really needed to help me reflect on myself, to figure myself out, to heal, because it was a lot. You know, chasing your dreams can get crazy. You know, you're always trying to make sure that you're doing the right thing and all that. You know, you're in a rush sometimes. So, you know, the being overwhelmed just made me feel like, you know, let me just...
Did being a woman also play a role in this, just being a female artist within the space of a cluttered male market? All these things, I mean, I want to find out what kind of things really pushed you to that point where, you know, you go like, nah, look, let me just hold on.
Well, life just happened. It was just life. I wouldn't say it's because I'm a woman or anything like that. It was life, and it happened, and I had no other option than to just, you know, face it. You feel me? So, yeah, in terms of my career, my personal life, family issues and stuff like that. So I was like, you know, let me just give myself some time, you know, and yeah, that was the reason why. And also I traveled out of the country for a change of environment and stuff like that, you know, so...
Wow.
It's a lot. But then...
New friends, new people.
Well, we'll get to that point. But for now, it's just, you know, me and a couple of people around me. It's just a few people around me for now.
You make it beautifully generic, and I don't want to accept it.
Yeah, because I actually wanted to ask her what exactly led to that, because people were worried. You know that. That's how come you put it in the song, like your comeback song, right? Yeah. People were wondering, where is Freda Rhymz? Because it got to the point where you are trying to reach her and you are even unable to, right? And we saw, no, I don't know whether she changed her numbers, but you just couldn't reach her at all. Not even anyone in her team, right? And that was very troubling. You know, the fact that she was on the scenes and she was on the rise, and then all of a sudden, you know, there's silence. We don't hear anything. We don't see anything. That's actually really troubling. Did you consider, you know, how everybody was going to take your exits, quote unquote, and then, you know, your fans, family, all of that?
Yeah, I did. But, you know, like I said, you know, the way, the way things was happening at that time in my life, I had to put me first. You feel me? But I had intentions of coming back, definitely. But then, you know, it just happened. And I had to face it, you feel me? Yeah, so that's literally what happened, you know.
So you were on you were on the Black Avenue Music. Let me say Black Avenue Music.
Right.
And that's when you exited and then went on a pause.
Yes, and then I got signed to another record label.
Which label?
Young Mission Entertainment. Young Mission, yes. And, you know, things didn't really go how I wanted it. So
but labels back to back and not getting what you expect. What's the consistent problem?
As in,
like, you know, like you just came from Black Avenue to another label, and like it didn't work out at both places. And I'm saying that what was the challenge in that?
You know, back then, you know, I would say I was in a rush. I just, you know, wanted things to happen for me. You feel me? So once immediately I left Black Avenue Music, I was, you know, still out there looking for another record label to sign to, just because I wanted to, you know, get my music out there and stuff like that. You feel me? Because I know there are a lot of people who believes in me and, you know, want to see more from me. So I also feel like, you know, let me do whatever I can or what I have to do to, you know, put myself out there. So that was the reason why, you know, I signed to another record label. You feel me? Yeah.
What pushed you from Black Avenue? Let's start with that first before we come to Young Mission.
Well, with Black Avenue, I feel like we're too many artists on there. too many artists. And then I had just, won MTN Hitmaker. I had a lot of buzz around me. But because it was like, it had a lot of artists on there, they didn't really get time to, focus on me and stuff like that. And so I just had to.
I thought the structure with some of these labels, when they have multiple artists, is that they have independent teams that manage these artists.
Budgets and everything.
Well, unfortunately, it wasn't like that at BAM. I had, I think, one road manager, Salty. Big shout out to Salty.
Oh yeah, Salty Nation. Yeah, where's Salty?
Right.
Yeah,
I heard from him in a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure he's around. Yeah, so he was the only one that was, like my road manager, taking me to places and stuff like that. I never really had like about 4 or 5 people working behind me and stuff like that. So,
but before you got on Black Avenue, I'm sure there were, a lot of artists on there, right? Before you got on. So getting on and then now realizing that I want to leave because there are so many artists. I want to understand the dynamics of what changed exactly. And then also, what were your expectations when you were getting on there in the first place?
Okay, first of all, during Hitmaker, I was working with DJ Breezy, right? So he actually put me on. And it was really nice working with DJ Breezy at the time. So I felt like, signing on to, he was also at Black Avenue, right? So I felt like, signing or going to work with him was going to be great, right? And then also, wait, I think I've lost my train of thought. What were you?
No, just about
expectations. I mean, you getting on, knowing there were so many people, and then having to leave because there are so many people, and then also what your expectations were when you were getting on.
Well, when I left, I won MTN Hitmaker. I thought like I was going to get that necessary push right there. But then when I got on there, because there was so many artists, you have to take time for every artist to release a project before you can, but sometimes your fans will be asking or demanding a song and stuff like that. But because it's a lot of people or a lot of artists on there, you have to hold on sometimes, and it was kind of like frustrating to me. You feel me? Yeah.
But then, this sounds like the Kanye West, is it Def Jam or Rockefeller? Which one was he signed under? Def Jam, right? Yeah, the Kanye West story, where he also felt like, there's so many people in there, he didn't get the attention.
Yeah.
But isn't that the case with a lot of labels that have got, because Don Jazzy, yes, the Mavens as well, quite a number of people on there. But didn't you in any way leverage on the Black Avenue brand, as well? Didn't it serve any positives to you in any way?
Oh, it definitely did. It definitely did. And I know Black definitely had my best interest at heart. That's why he signed me onto his record label. But it's just that,
Was leaving hard?
Was what?
Leaving the label, was it hard?
Well, yeah, a little bit, but it wasn't. I mean, Black, I think he understood the game, and he realized, it was so many artists on his label, and I wasn't the only one giving him the pressure. You feel me? Yeah. So it wasn't really difficult. I just told him, I feel like there are a lot of artists on here, so let me just dip and see if I can.
Okay, so if I get this right, it was a challenge. Recording songs wasn't difficult. It was releasing that was the problem.
Yes, because we had a studio. We had an in-house studio. So, we had a studio at BAM.
Yeah.
So recording wasn't really a problem, but releasing, because we were about 7 artists, and he was promoting everyone at the time. So together. So, you have to wait.
Does it make it different as an independent artist? Because I'm seeing it like an independent artist under a record label, where if you can gather your own resources, you can still leverage on maybe the Black Avenue brand to, get to places and stuff like that. But maybe the Black Avenue brand is not directly investing in terms of finance in you. As to you being an independent artist, and releasing at will, did it make any difference?
Yeah, I think being an independent artist is definitely different, because you get to, put out songs anytime you want, and the kind of songs that you really want, and sometimes being on a record label can actually you can have issues with the kind of songs you want to.
Did you have such issues with the kind of songs you recorded that you wanted to put out?
You know what? I think Black Avenue did what they could do for me. It just, things just didn't work out how I wanted it. So that's the reason why I dipped. And now I'm on a new journey, you know?
Yeah, we'll come to that. So now let's fast forward from Black Avenue to Young Mission.
Yeah.
Reason we are doing this is just for people to also understand sometimes some of the challenges that come with, being either an independent artist or when you get into a record label and what to expect. Because in the same seat, Sina Soul has also said that she was also once on, was it Sony or Universal? Yeah. Yes. And, great relationship. Universal, great relationship, but at a point in time, she had to exit because it wasn't working for her. Okay. So it's more of a validation on sometimes that what the challenges can really be if you're under a label that has a certain direction, a certain plan as to what your career, and what it can do, what it can do to you. Because what I'm seeing here is like gradually a volcano eruption was building in terms of what was in you, and unfortunately, it was being suppressed by places you were. So you just sort of blew out and you were like, you know what, everybody just leave me alone.
Yes.
What happened with Young Mission?
Young Mission, wow.
How did they find you? How did they happen?
Okay, so I got on Young Mission through OG. OG is friends with Alan.
OG, you mean OG, current
OG
Stone Boys,
yes,
hype man.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's friends with Alan. So I told him that I'm no more on Black Avenue, and anything he could do to help me at the time. And he was like, okay, he was going to speak to Alan, and then he did. And I think Alan was friends with the CEO of Young Mission Entertainment. So he spoke to him about me, and I think he was interested to work with me, and that's how come I bagged that deal. Yeah.
And what pushed you out eventually?
Same old.
Too many artists
old.
there.
No, it was, things kind of like, I don't really like to talk about.
I think let's talk about the highlights.
Okay.
Then, so that we can have a balanced conversation. When you joined Young Mission from BAM, obviously there should have been something, or there is something that was put on the table,
right?
Which obviously caught your interest, because your experiences from BAM should at least give you a head start.
Yes.
What you are looking for, right?
Yes.
So you go to Young Mission. What did they tell you? What did they put on the table? And did they meet those things?
Well, they told me, they were going to really put me on, do whatever they have to do for an artist, to get an artist out there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, with time, they did all they could. They did what they could do for me. But then with time, things began to slow down. I think COVID also happened, and, things weren't really, so at a point, things weren't really moving the way I wanted things to go. And also, another problem that I had with Young Machine was, we didn't have, like an in-house studio or something like that. So I had to, like, drive long distance to go record and stuff like that, so it was kind of like a problem. It was a challenge to me because, I mean, sometimes you be at home and then you get vibes and stuff like that and you want to record, but I don't have a studio, a personal studio and stuff like that, so I have to, like, always drive all the way. And sometimes by the time you get to the studio, the vibes and everything is gone. And sometimes, because I didn't have, like, my personal producer and stuff like that, sometimes you get to the studio and there are lots of people there. You don't really get time to, record, be creative and stuff like that.
So it looks like a serial. Sorry.
No, it sounds like the promise is what really gets. And I'm not just speaking about you. We've had Sina Soul here. We've had Feli Nuna here a couple of weeks ago. And it's Sister Ifya. It's the same kind of narrative, right? Where these labels have a certain promise.
Yes.
But the artist is hopeful about the promise and a little less focused on the contract.
Yes.
Now, my question to you is that at Black Avenue and at Young Mission, were you conscious of the contract you were getting into and what the deliverables were that, by June, this will be done. By December, this will be done. And did they breach those? or was it just on good vibes? Because half of the time I'm hearing you say you were unhappy with what the label failed to do, and then you said you're cool with Black and he understands the game, so he let you go. It's just two different things. If I'm in a contract with Lenny and she's supposed to get me a shirt by afternoon and the shirt doesn't come, that's a breach.
Cyril, I can partly answer the question. You know, when you get into a relationship, right? Yeah, the boy could flash your eye plasters. He could tell you to go vibe you out.
And then
I
you
want to know,
enter and
it's not just you. It's not just you now. You're like the fourth guest we've had, and the story sounds very similar. So I just want to really get into it and know that when you presented contracts,
Yes, I was.
Were the deliverables met?
Some of them, not everything. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Back then, I was just excited, to sign a contract and stuff like that. And I had no lawyer or anybody behind me.
Okay.
So, I'll just rush and do things. And that's one of the reasons why I was faced with, such problems. Yeah. And I think sometimes the record labels, they sign you, and after signing you, that was when they realized that it's a lot of work and it's a lot of resources that we need to put into, especially being a woman, it comes with makeup, your hair, and stuff like that. But sometimes they focus on the recording and, videos and, mostly about...
Yeah, sorry. Did the fact that you're a rapper also in any way play a reason? Maybe, let me just be the devil's advocate. Maybe why, maybe they're looking at, maybe like a singer would have, Did that in any way come up? Did you get vibes of in any way feeling like rap could have been a problem?
Not really. Not really. It's just that when I signed to Young Mission Entertainment, there was a point that they wanted me to kind of like put the rap aside and go commercial, do the singing.
Do you sing?
Sing. Yeah, I mean, not like Celine Dion, but yeah, but I believe everybody has a natural voice that, they can do something with. And that's what I did on Saucy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard Saucy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think because I rap, that was the reason why, I had such issues. But yeah, that's just
we've had... Okay, sorry. I asked the question, right?
No, you asked yours.
We've been talking about, like, yesterday you asked a question with Lenny about... getting into that depressing state. I mean, look, depression is real. It hits all of us. I've had my fair share of it. Where I sat in my car and I cried, at an office. And,
at one point or the other.
Yeah, it hits
comes
you.
in hard.
Yeah.
You want to, I went back, typed my resignation, and then I was like, I'm out of the space. It happens. It happens, all of us. Within that state, when you enter that 2-year period, what were some of the things that were going through your mind? Seeing other female rappers, doing their stuff, doing your fellow artists, releasing their videos, and, where you, did you just say to yourself that I'm done with this thing, I'm not coming back? Or I wonder what kind of state of mind you were in.
Honestly, I never felt pressured or anything like that.
Because you're still the girl Freda Rhymz.
I mean, I'm too legit to quit. This is in me, and this thing is like madness. You can't like hold it. You feel me? So even though I wasn't...
Like P. Now that we are being bars, we are doing bars. Like
you can't hold it. You can't hold yourself back from really doing something that is in you. You feel me? So I wasn't really pressured about people. I mean, I was actually inspired. Seeing people do that thing. That was also encouraging me to also come out and just do my thing. Because we are all doing our thing.
What is your take on this thing that Wizkid was saying about rappers, not being at the forefront no more in African music? I don't know if you saw that article, and that thing that went around.
No.
What was the exact words? I mean, he was saying something about...
So rap is dead, yeah?
Rap is dead.
Is it? I thought he started his first song had rap in it, so why is he selling?
Freda, don't take them seriously.
Freda, let's look at...
But what about the fact that but still on that, what about the fact that we are in a certain Afrobeat space that, singing is sort of, is driving
and
the
dancing.
whole narrative, singing and dancing, and they're creating dance moves out of everything. Every artist releases a song, and the next thing is DW Academy, and
I think just to add, I think
they do like
the era
do something,
the era of dance music, I think, is coming back to Ghana.
Yeah.
I think.
Does that pose a threat to rappers?
No, I'm just saying because of what you said.
Okay.
That Azonto was dance music, right? But there is something that Dope Nation is doing. I think we need to pay attention to it. They are bringing back that euphoria that comes with dance music.
But did you see the video that we just played to from Freda?
Yeah, but I'm saying that I think there are windows of opportunities that are being... Because yesterday, I went back to watch our conversation with the identity conversation with
Kelvin Boy.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, people are actually doing something that will give us an identity, but we are not paying attention to them. So I went to listen to the Dope Nation song. It's a new song. I think
Clap.
Clap. Yeah. And you could feel that there's something there that we need to actually pay attention to that we can amplify in addition to the arsenals we have. Okay, I don't know about how rap will find itself and find its
good.
And all that. So
that's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking Freda with regards to the pure conscious rap, hip hop rap you're doing, and the day and age we are in. Because I like it. Before you entered, I was just soaking a song and just nodding my head to it, loving the visuals, loving the vibe, the mannerisms. You're pure. It's. I'm watching some Nicki. I'm watching some Cardi B. Sorry, I'm making references to that, but they're hip hop stars.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that vibe. I'm seeing the kind of image you'd want to have. I'm listening to your language, and I'm looking at the times and seasons we are in, and I'm asking that, okay, can this work for her, and how does she feel about being in that space as well?
Well, I believe everything has a space. I mean, I believe in what I do. I believe in rap. I love rap. It's just something. How I express myself as a person, and I'm just doing what I love. And it doesn't really matter if we are in an Afrobeat world or rap world or not. I'm just doing my thing. And I mean, Black Sharif, the likes of Black Sharif is able to take a rap song out there. So I believe rap is here to stay. I mean, rap has been here for a long time. And I don't think I feel any form of threat from Afrobeat or anything. I mean, I can rap on Afrobeats. I can rap on, any genre.
But you did rap, so.
Oh, she did rap. Rap there, she did rap.
Thank you.
See, I want to ask you two questions. The first one is still on a Young Mission, right? What was your highlights in your career when you signed with Young Mission? Do you have any highlights at all?
Yeah, Young Mission took me to Dubai to shoot a very dope video, and big shouts to Young Mission.
Public Opinion?
No, it wasn't Public Opinion. Public Opinion was shot in Ghana.
Okay.
Sing My Song.
Okay.
Yeah, it was shot in Dubai. It was a whole lot of money that went into that project, you feel me? And the experience in Dubai with Skyface, them and everything with Alan and everything, it was amazing.
So that was your first expensive music video, you would say?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in 2020, the reason I'm asking you is because your music or your song has been featured.
Just know this. He is the research man. He's checking everything
everywhere.
about everything.
Your music has been featured or was featured on a Netflix movie. Did you know about that?
Yeah.
Public Opinion?
Yes.
Oh, the bang ching ching.
Yeah.
The movie. You see, that's why she went on a break, because she had made enough money to go on a break.
Actually, it
It's
just
a movie-
happened. I had no
a movie
idea.
on Netflix. Okay.
Yes,
Queen of Glory.
Queen of Glory.
Yes.
Yeah, I had no idea about that. It was just recently a friend of mine told me about it.
Recently?
It was
How did you have no idea? Who
Wait,
owned it?
That is why I want to ask you.
That's questionable.
That is why I wanted to ask what really, because the first time it was by accident, because on that same movie there was Ria Boss, there was Daddy Lumba,
Yeah.
there were a number of Ghanaian songs that were
Was it
featured.
a Ghanaian film?
No.
It's not a Ghanaian film, but the producer and director is American Ghanaian, so she came to shoot some scenes here in Ghana. But the way she used the music, in between scenes, made me understand this lady knew what she was doing. But I was actually surprised to hear Freda Rhymz' Public Opinion on there, because we hadn't heard from her in a very long time. So I thought maybe now she's focusing on sound.
Movie scoring,
or what do you call it? Sound
scoring,
syncing or something? Something syncing. Sync line syncing. Yes.
Everything you mentioned is
It's
correct.
correct. Okay, all right. So that is why I'm asking what your highlights were, and it's very. I find it surprising that you only got to know recently. So where did the money go to, or who got paid the money?
When I found out, I actually told my my distributor about it. So he is actually working on that now. But I had no idea. I was just
Is a song for you or is for Young Missions Entertainment?
It's for me. It was for me, but I mean, I shot it whilst I was still under Young Mission. So.
No, was it part of your contract that you own the masters, you own the rights to the song?
Oh yes, I do.
Okay.
I do.
So the reuse of the record in any way or form should actually be accredited to you.
Yes.
But you haven't received any cash or whatsoever.
Not yet.
Wow.
As we have amplified the conversation here, 10%.
I wanna understand the dynamics of your labels. I'm sorry. I'm a stickler for label conversations. So you have these arrangements, Black Avenue, Young, blah blah blah. Okay. When you do a song, do they own a bit of the song? How do they make their money back? Assuming they produced a song and it cost 100 CDs and we put it out on streaming, how do they make their 100 CDs back?
Through distribution. Okay. And with Young Black Avenue Music, the projects that I released under Black Avenue Music is on Black Avenue's YouTube.
Okay.
So they are not your songs?
They are my song.
Yeah, but legally.
He's making the streams. He's taking the money.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But like you creatively, it's your song, but the revenue
it's my song.
And the rights of the song belong to your label.
Yeah. And after I left, we had a conversation with Black, and so he gave me the songs. So we transferred the songs to my YouTube now, but it's just that it's still being monetized on his YouTube. Yeah, so I guess he's making his
syndicated monetization.
Yes.
Okay, I see. Wow. Okay,
Charlie, it's cool. Don't get too deep on that. Sometimes, you are my artist. We work together. It was on my platform.
Yeah.
How much money are you gonna? Look, YouTube is paying like some $1 on point. Depends on where they are viewing it from.
But it's still money though.
It's money, but there's relationship. And you can never sometimes the relationship. You look at that, but that's saying you have relationship with D Black still, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good,
I mean, look, I don't think D will see Freda lying down, in need of something and then just walk past. No, that's not the D Black I know.
Will you go back to Black Avenue Music? Will you go back? Is there a possibility?
Oh, Charlie!
Will I go back to my ex if I feel like,
come on,
things
Charlie!
are not
Have you
loud?
gone back to your ex?
I have done that before.
I've
done that before.
Are you going back to your current ex?
No, that's not who we are talking about.
I'm saying that
you said, will I go back to my ex? I said,
back
yes,
to
I've done that before.
The
baby girl.
The rich.
No. I mean, he's in a situation where I can't go back to him. Yeah.
That rich, why are you in that situation?
Mind off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can't do that. But that's not the question.
Yeah.
The question is, and I take it again, will you go back to Black Avenue Music?
Considering
that you said that everything is okay between you and D Black, and also considering that we don't have that many artists on there as before.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I know Sesankofa Yinchi, you can go back and stuff like that, but no, where I'm at right now, I don't think I want to go back.
Where
and
are you
I
at?
honestly, being on a record label, some of the things, even though when I was at BAM, I didn't get like a team, like a solid team behind me, but then most of the work were being done for me, but now I am doing certain things myself. So I want to, be there for myself, do things for myself, learn how to actually, rely on myself for now. So I don't think I want to go back to.
But you said where you are at. Where are you at now? Can you share that with us? Where exactly you are at
I'm
now?
at the point where I'm still figuring things out.
Okay.
I'm still finding myself, doing things for myself. Things that I used to rely on people to do for me, I'm doing them for myself right now. And I'm just,
exploring,
working
basically. So we shouldn't expect Freda Rhymz as an artist doing this to make money.
Why not?
Yeah, because if you're exploring, you're not too sure where your money is going to come from.
Oh, not that. I mean, I already know where my money is coming from.
Where's your money coming from?
Hey.
You already know the vibes.
Where? Because I'm asking this because, you were in the States, right? For 2 years, I believe. And
no, not 2 years.
How many years?
I went there for a while.
For a while?
Yeah.
So less or more? Anyways, so what I'm trying to find out is what you do is very dominant in the States. I think the environment helps a rapper thrive, right?
Yes.
So maybe you want to share with us as a Ghanaian rapper, going to the States. Did you attempt to try and do that there and hopefully get some kind of, support that you didn't get in Ghana? Or Charlie, why is she crashing?
I ain't gonna lie, but I feel like my blessings and everything is in Ghana. And when I went there, it was just for a change of environments. Because like I said, I was, overwhelmed with how things were going in my life at the time.
At the time, right.
So I just needed,
change of environment.
To explore and just have some fun, Yeah, so that was the reason why I went there. But I didn't go there to work or start my career there. I mean, Sagana, yeah, because that place I know is a lot of rappers out there, So I feel like I still have a chance here. Ghana is my home, so this is where I feel like, doing my thing.
Who in the family speaks you out of music?
Nobody.
Everybody supports you.
In my family, nobody. They all supports me. Yeah. And honestly, I feel like my mom would have supported me earlier if she knew that this was something really great, but she's always been a fan of me. She's always been my biggest fan, but she actually started realizing that, what the girl is doing can actually take her to places after I won MTN Hitmaker. And ever since, they've been supporting me.
So the convo before MTN Hitmaker was like, okay, not everybody understood what she was getting into.
Yes,
and
they thought I was mad because I was always, I put my earpiece in my ears and always, listening to music, rapping and singing out loud and stuff like that. I was just doing my thing, but they actually realized that, she got it after Hitmaker, and they all started supporting me.
What energy went into the new song? Into Questions. What kind of energy, what kind of anger or feeling went into that? Because you poured out a lot in that song.
Yes, I did. I feel like, I expressed myself through music. And my fans were always asking what's up with me. They wanted to know what's up. And I feel like it was only right that, I put what I've been through over the years when they weren't hearing from me into my music so that, they will understand what I've been up to. Because sometimes, people feel like sometimes I see comments whereby people are like, the female artists, they are lazy and stuff like that. But Charlie, I was facing life. I was dealing with a lot of things at the time, So the energy was to just put myself into the music, make people understand what I've been up to and what has been happening or what has been going on with me. You feel me? So yeah.
Wow. I mean, I can imagine. It must have been a lot of things that was happening.
It was crazy,
at the same
man.
time. First off, look, we should do a line item on this thing. First, I hope there was no guy in there who was messing up a relationship.
There was.
There was.
Were you there?
Was. It's very likely. It's very likely.
Your body language gave you away.
It's very likely it's a Tuesday born.
Well.
Wait, you know what she did when you said, I hope there was no guys.
How has the relationship, let's get personal a little bit, how has relationship, played a role in your career? Has it drawn you back? Has he said, I don't want, I should say, has he or she, because now we're in a certain era that you can't tell.
Right.
Yeah, so out of respect to everyone, has he or she, what?
Have they?
Yeah. Have they been against it or in support of it?
Well, fortunately for me, everyone that I've been close to or had a relationship with always supports what I do. Yes, so, but it's just that, relationship will definitely slow you down sometimes, because...
Are you in one now?
So you are the problem.
Are you in one now?
Right now, I'm married. I'm married. I'm married to the trap.
Don't say music. Don't say music.
You're excited as
First thing I did was look at her fingers.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's on the wrong one, please.
I'm married. My relationship status right now is married to the trap. Yes, that's it. But honestly, relationships, it slows you down, because...
So all the guys talking to you right now, may they forget. Basically, listen, she's just telling you all of you that, forget. You just, I'm not sent her DM.
I'm actually interested in the slowdown, but when you say it slows you down, what does that mean? Are you saying that, you meet people who are not in line with your purpose? Because if you meet someone who's in line with your
you-
purpose, then there's no need to slow down.
Well, that's a fact. That's actually true. But it's crazy.
It's plenty. This is where we enter Bena Boy says plenty.
We are family. Just talk to
I
us. Feel free.
mean, someone that you love can also slow you down sometimes. Not with the intentions of doing that, but sometimes they can take you away from what you.
That means the
really-
love is too sweet.
Love, that thing is, it can I be already.
Yeah, so it takes you out.
That's your
right?
judgment, eh?
Yeah, and music is something that you need to have like a relationship with music as well. So having a relationship with your music and having another relationship on the side, it's like they're both jealous, so you need to share your time to both. But the music, what I'm doing and what I see myself, I feel like I need to really focus on my music, have a real relationship with my music and not let like the love stuff. Love
So
is
like
good,
music is like your escape, huh?
definitely.
music
So
is your escape.
these things that were bringing you down, which we are still going to drill down to find out, did it get you to doing anything like drinking, like
Oh, no.
Trying new
drugs
things.
or
Nah.
none of that?
So how did you escape?
Music. I just listen to music. And fortunately for me, I have, people around me who, helped me to go through the situations and all that.
So you didn't see a clinical psychologist. You were just
No.
working with people who you
didn't
think
get
love you or something.
No, and sometimes I just listen to music. Sometimes I spend time with family. Sometimes I go to the beach.
So let me paint this picture for you to understand why we are worried. Now, when an artist has been vibrant for a while and vanishes, imagine Joey B. I mean, the fans, Joey, I always can't wait to hear a Joey song.
Yeah.
And then Joey vanishes off social media for a while. The last time I heard from Joey, I've seen him on some stages, but when he put out a tweet that he said he had some asthma and all, I could imagine the worry. Like I was like, whoa, wait, for a second. We didn't even think about the fact that he's human.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he could be going through things,
Yes.
People, and there's so many other personalities that people keep asking of. So for Freda Rhymz to be off the scene for 2 years, 365 by 2, that's a lot of days. 700 plus days. Like it creates, it's like now people are like, okay, wait, what was happening to her? Is she okay?
Yeah.
It happened to Miss V at some point in time, and she came out and said she went through a whole lot of depressing
Yeah.
moments, So it just raised a sort of a concern and a worry that, okay,
Yeah.
what could be killing our girl? So we can all jump into that ship and see if we can save and bring her out. And one way that we are doing that is amplifying the music, what she's put out there. So, re-enabling her passion
Yeah.
and her interest and talking about her everywhere, which we are doing now. So that drain must have been something that must have really, really pinned you down. Life in the States, how was it like?
It was cold. It was mad.
Did you mean
cold.
that metaphorically or because these days we can't tell whether you're trying to give us a punchline or actually?
Both.
Okay.
It was
see.
cold, as in the weather, and the light there. It was freaking cold as well. Yeah, but it was an amazing experience,
It was time for you to just get away from everything.
Yes. I like the winter because Ghana was too hot for me, and the things I was going through. So the winter.
You didn't need heat to act.
Yes, you feel me. So the cold actually helped me. It was a really nice experience.
When did you start work? Okay, sorry.
No.
When did you start working again?
Again,
Yeah.
honestly, I never really stopped working.
Okay.
Yes, that's the thing about me. I never really stopped working, even when times that I wasn't really in my best. I was still, going to the studio. Sometimes I would just go to the studio, just sit down, not to record or something, just catch vibes and stuff like
This
that.
is in the States?
No, I mean here.
Okay, so that means in the States, nothing about music was happening.
Oh, the States there, like I said, Ghana was hot for me at the time, so I just went to. And I knew it was winter, and that was the time I felt like let me just go and get cold, feel the breeze and stuff like that, and come back. In
the 2 years.
As brothers in the music industry, we have friends
Right.
we speak to, right? Charlie, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, and often you get some good counsel. When you're going through all the things you're going through, who did you speak to in the industry? Who would you say was that person that we all know that you called and the person advised you to say, oh, Freda, or Freda, to quite like, where did that?
To add on to his question, not just the industry, being the baby last, how does that play out as well?
Well, honestly, Ms. V did hit me up. Yeah, she hit me up and invited me to her house to really talk to me because she had already experienced what I was going through. So it was really nice to hear from her, you know, she calling me to her house, and, you know, finding out what was really happening with me and stuff like that. And she actually spoke to me like a big sister and told me that, you know, it's hard, but it's going to get better. Yeah, so Miss V was that person. And I a couple of people too reached out to me. Aino Baroni reached out to me. Coco Trey, like a couple of people.
Freda, what did they see? Because everybody seems to have reached out to you but us. So what did they see?
Well, I think I deleted everything from my socials.
Aha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, my socials were empty, so that's probably the reason why, you know.
So they're calling you.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess I was doing something. I was doing great in the industry. Even though I wasn't where I wanted, I want to get to yet, but I feel like I was doing good. And so when people felt my absence, and so they started, you know, hitting me up, checking up on me, and some people started creating stories that I was pregnant and stuff like that.
Clockwork.
Yeah.
Did you get pregnant?
No.
You know, but with that, let me.
You
come
got
in
pregnant?
here. I don't think it's a.
It's a bad thing?
No, hold on. We know how nowadays people just off social media, and the next thing they come back with is no, it's a baby bump they are showing after they have given birth. So that's not out of place, right? I'm happy that she mentioned people actually reached out to her and were concerned, right? But with that break, the time that you were out, were you able to still, you know, make some music? Were there days that you'd up and just want to write something, not even probably enter a studio, but just, you know, put down some music and just as a way of, you know, still keeping on track and still keeping in touch with who you actually are?
Yes, like I said, I never stopped working. Like the projects like Questions, that was the first project I released after the break, and that project that was when Questions. When did you release it?
Like a month ago.
A
month ago, yeah.
Yes. So that project, for instance, it didn't just come like within a day, or I didn't work on everything within a day. So it was, you know, I was taking my time to really sit and think through the things that I went through, and so I was, you know, always.
What were some of the things you said? You said just for the benefit of our listeners, because when we play it back right now, streaming rights will chop our neck off.
Well, some people were asking of my whereabouts. Some heard I was pregnant.
And what were your responses in the song with regards to that?
Oh,
I mean, no, she didn't respond.
I said nah, because obviously I wasn't. Yeah. I mean, I would love to get pregnant one day, but I mean, I wasn't.
Cyril, why are you looking at that?
Oh, I beg you.
Liar!
The cameras are rolling.
Liar! The tape and check if I was lying.
Let us be normal. Let us be normal.
I didn't see Cyril. I'll come to your defense. I didn't see that.
Thank you. Let me know what I'm going to do is that I'll seize her handles for a bit and then keep her off for like 1 month and tweet
that new life. I'm so overjoyed. Just
like I'll say, like I'll just do maybe, you know, now there are all these AIs. Just do a photo of her doing like this. You know, like I'm welcoming it. You know, wow. I'm welcoming it. Oh, but this is good. I mean, like I'm happy that you were able to come out of that state. You know, and then put this music out. And the question, but let's talk about the new music now.
Don't Kiss Me.
Don't Kiss Me.
Yeah.
Don't Kiss Me.
Yes.
Why not?
Just don't kiss me if you're not real. If you know you can't keep things real to me, don't kiss me. Not necessarily like don't.
I heard a lot of on the low vibes. No kiss and tell. If you kiss and tell,
yes,
don't kiss me. Blah blah. So what if I don't tell?
Then you can kiss me.
Has it got some meaning to it? Like,
I mean, kissing and telling.
Bro, come and sit here. Let me sit.
Kissing and telling is, revealing stuff about your encounter and romantic stuff with people and stuff like. But what I actually mean with this song is like, if you know you can keep it real with me, like don't come near me.
So Judas kiss.
What?
The kiss of Judas.
You feel me? Yeah, something like that. Because over the years,
good.
I trusted a couple of people who ended up betraying me and stuff like that, both male and females, so like it's for everybody, not just for men or something like that.
Rappers like throwing you're going to say we know you are rappers like when I punchline after the story you've told us. Has it got anything to do with your journey?
A lot of things.
Betrayal.
Yeah.
As official PR for Freda, it has a lot of things to do with it. I can leave her to explain it.
The manager said that. Tell us.
My manager.
Your manager.
Unofficial manager for today.
He says you'll tell us.
Self-imposed.
Because we want to know, right? Like, Kwesiata just put out Pain.
Yeah.
Right? You heard the story, right?
Yeah,
The
did.
bars
And Lyrical Joe himself was here not too long ago talk about the same betrayal.
Thing. So, rappers, when we talk, it's not...
It's facts.
It's facts.
Yes.
So
I want to know the facts.
Tell us.
Don't kiss me, blah, blah. Yeah, it's a metaphor.
Yeah, so like I said, I trusted a couple of people who ended up... I mean, me being Freda Rhymz, sometimes everybody wants to be my friend, and I'm that type of person who hates to like turn people down. Like
you can't say
me.
no.
Yes. So I thought everybody was my friend. I thought everybody was friendly and genuine like I am. And so I gave, some certain people chances to be in my life, and
they let you down.
I mean, it's part of life. It's part of life. So I'm just talking about loyalty, keeping it real with people. Because for me, I like to keep things real. I'm a genuine person. I like to keep things real. And, so I feel like just because I like to keep things real, I feel like everybody's is like that. But that was actually wrong, So you don't have to trust people 100%, you don't, because they can let you down. So if you kiss and tell, you know yourselves, just don't kiss me.
You know yourselves, part. Was this inspired after, or was this inspired during your absent period?
Yes.
So that means you had to take a seat and look back at what has happened and like, nah, you guys have let me down.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
So Don't Kiss Me, it was, it's a vibe that came to me one night in the studio with my producer, it was the beats that actually brought forth the vibes. And the only thing that was ringing at the back of my mind was like, don't kiss me, like keep it real and stuff like that. And once, I got that vibe out, the rest just followed.
So it was one take?
No, it wasn't one take. Okay. I remember I did the hook and about 4 or 8 bars at the on the spot, but then the rest was with time. Yeah, because I had time to do it. So, and I wasn't pressured to put music out at the time, so I was just doing my thing, taking my time.
Okay. All right. Good. This has been Freda Rhymz telling us about the bad deeds of the people that she had engaged and bad good deeds. But now let me play the devil's advocate and also get a bit hard. Where do you think you fell short or faltered, in this process of, because I mean,
good cop, bad cop.
So if I'm being a lawyer for Young Mission and Black Avenue Music, I'll say that, look, here's an artist that has worked with 2 labels and she left. Something must have been wrong somewhere. It can't be all our fault, Do you feel that there's a part that you fell short, in the whole deal?
I don't think so. Because for me, all I wanted was to work, right? All I wanted was to be provided with the things that I needed as an artist, like studio, availability of studio and stuff like that. So I don't really think, if I had gotten everything I needed at the time, I'm sure I would also put in the work and do what I'm supposed to do. You feel me? So
if you had gotten everything you needed at the time,
yes,
you would put in the work.
Yes.
So are you waiting to be spoon-fed before you get things done?
No, I mean that was then.
Then,
okay.
Yeah.
That was then. But for now, I don't have everything I need, but I'm still pushing myself out there. I'm still working on myself and, doing what I have to do for myself. So I'm not being smooth. That was back then, but now.
Let me strip it down a bit.
Okay.
You're doing everything for yourself. So let's understand what you are doing for yourself. Are you writing your own contracts? Are you paying your producers? Are you booking your own shows? What are you doing for yourself? Maybe someone is listening and it's like, you know what? I don't want Freda to be doing everything for herself. So I would give her...
the girl says that she's been disappointed.
maybe someone...
If you are planning on coming... Sorry. You are just a disappointed.
So let's see what you are doing for yourself and the things you can't do for yourself. And maybe this conversation might... bring an angel investor. Who knows?
Well, one thing that I know is music is not for one person. It's not a one-man job.
Right.
So I definitely, need help. So I'm still in the process of, getting a team, putting a team together and stuff. So I'm building a couple of people around me and stuff like that. But, I mean, I do invest in my music. I do put even when I was on record labels, I was still, putting my music, my money into my music because it's my career. I mean, if the funds is not coming, I have to also be there for myself and stuff like that. So,
have you suffered the bane of male investors asking for something in return in your search for help?
I'm not gonna lie, I have. There was this one time, I met this man who was interested in working with me and stuff. I remember I was with OG and Alan knows about this. Yes. We were very, happy that, we finally found someone who was that was even before I signed to Young Mission.
Wow.
Yes, so I had someone who told me he was interested in working with us. Mentioned a huge amount of money that he was willing to invest in us. So we were always, yeah, but then it got to a time,
Okay, look, now let's raise it. Let me be the Charlemagne the God here. And let's talk about this thing very well. Let's talk about this thing about when a man
loves a woman.
wants...
No.
When a man wants sexual... Why are you shaking your head already? I'm like... I'm speaking for you, but I'm coming from a different angle. When a man wants... I want to ask this thing. I don't subscribe to it
At all.
I always feel like help should be genuine, and shouldn't be, because if the man were helping a man, and he weren't gay, would he be having the same conversation with him? No.
More of profit. What are you bringing back?
Exactly.
Yeah,
so that in itself is wrong. Is it wrong for a man who's helping a woman? Now, this is a very interesting question I'm asking. Is it wrong for a man who's helping a woman to not necessarily in exchange? The word is not exchange, because it's a man still looking at a woman.
Yes.
Who he's interested in her. Is it wrong for a man to start showing interest and want relationship?
Is it a question for the house
or
is for?
It's for the house. It's for the house.
I don't think there is anything wrong if a man is interested in you and wants to, but then I feel like he should let you know from the start. You don't come in as coming to invest and
but
then
he's in the coaching process there.
But I also think, to be very honest, if someone has told the investor about you, it's the first time he's meeting you. So after a while, after conversations, and I'm also playing the devil's advocate. I ain't picking what you're saying. I ain't seeing what you're doing. But I'm just saying.
Lenny would chew your head off with this.
I'm just saying. There's so many possibilities. Like, for example, like, you may see someone. No, it's just business. But
and
after a
point
while,
in time,
emotions
start getting mixed up.
Girl, stop looking
Let
at me
me
like that.
let me rent your sense for 2 minutes.
Cyril, you go.
No, it's
Jermaine Dupri, Sean Diddy Combs, Sean
there.
Carter, Jay-Z.
Go there.
They all created some of the biggest female artists of the late 90s and early 2000s. And they were involved with all of them. From Cassie to Rihanna to whatever,
Beyonce.
blah, blah. There's a reason why, again, this is not a justification at all.
Rihanna? Did you say Rihanna?
Why do you think they boxed him in the elevator?
When Solange, it was because of Rihanna.
It was over who? when Solange lost her mind and was kicking, remember that incident?
Hold on, yes, I know
Katie.
it was about a woman, but I didn't know
sister.
it was Rihanna.
The umbrella, you can check up on that later on.
Oh, okay.
You know she was on Rock Nation.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
But I didn't
And she knows he was.
But in fact, I actually
her.
heard rumors growing up that the umbrella and all those things had to do with Jay-Z. I don't know how true that is.
Oh, so read it too. I'm just saying that there have been a lot of successful pairings. And what usually happens is that the career goes well for a bit, and then the moment the relationship tanks, usually because the girl wants out, the career also near. So it's an unfortunate ecosystem. Like Jay said, they don't do that to guys. Why? Yeah. Because there's no value beyond the business. But you need to understand that powerful men, right, want to maintain power, right? And there's nothing more powerful than being the quote-unquote hand of God in the life of the woman you are dating.
Which is what society has made us believe.
That I'm just, based on the examples I've given you. So Didi wants to feel like, I love Cassie, and I'm dating Cassie, and I'm going to make Cassie's dreams come true. And that's what she's going to do to love me more.
My project.
7 years down the line, wasted her time. Move on.
Come on. Charlie.
As much as she wasted her time, she's still getting royalties, and Cassie is still worth about $30 million. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I would love that my ex has made me $30 million richer. I would love it. As I'm not here now, my ex has not made me 2 pesos. So hear me out.
Lady is in no way.
You get what I'm saying,
that, bro.
Listen, if Beyonce wanted to date me and dump me, and I'll be here with $30 million.
Oh, Charlie.
Beyonce, take it away.
You can use me.
This is first of let's clear this.
Yeah.
No, we don't
that
subscribe
nobody
to.
is subscribing to a man.
No. Don't take advantage of your platform to abuse women or to force women into a sexual engagement
with that being
for
said,
business.
I
was referring to. That's why I went historical. I'm not saying let's do that going forward. Right. I'm just giving you the examples of what we've all seen.
See, you said something that excited me. So now let's reverse. What if a woman wanted to invest in a man and then was asking for?
No, it happens.
Asking for
sexual,
intimacy, sex first.
It happens. No, not all men.
If you don't want to invest in Olele, I said that.
You know what will happen? If I came to Jay, if I came here, if I came to the boys, if I came to the boys and I said, Charlie, so woman want to put 2 million in my business, so bad, unless I do the thing, they'll be like, what do they wait for?
Question you don't go do. Question you be why
is it the other way when it comes?
But you understand?
No, wait.
All right, now we can listen to Lenny. Before we
Lenny is going to poison all our watching today.
Let me just say that with these things, women actually also move to men sometimes, right? When they are in authority, when the women have the higher power, they move to the men sometimes, right? Some men will accept, some will not accept, which is okay. But when a man does it, it's unacceptable. I'm not saying when a woman does it, it's acceptable. It's not acceptable in any way. If you want to offer help to a woman, right, do so. Do so and do it wholeheartedly. There is no way. You know that society has just made it in a way that women fall below men.
Right.
Right, whether we like it or not, is why we are pushing why we are pushing the narrative of gender equity and gender equality and all of that, right? If you want to help a woman, help the woman genuinely. It even boils down to, if
you want to help a man genuinely.
And if you want, it goes both ways. It goes. That's why I said that when women are in power, sometimes they also offer, having to be in bed with the men. I said that. If you want to do it, just do it out of the bottom of your heart. Let's change that narrative of, a man wanted to help me and then he had to sleep with me, or he wanted to sleep with me before. It breaks my heart because. Yes, it does. Because how often will this happen? How often will this be the narrative? And because of this, some women who are actually very talented and have
don't get the chance.
Exactly, don't get exactly. And I'm like, you see somebody that doesn't even have that up here,
But has managed to get
but
to the
has
top.
managed to grow and blow up a ladder that
She
you are
has it
down
down
the
there.
ladder and you are wondering, Jay, I'm not going to mind you. You are down the ladder and you are wondering, the only reason I didn't go up
do you know
this
why you are down the ladder?
is because I
Do you know why
didn't
you are
agree
down
to
the
sleep
ladder?
with this man.
Do you know why
And
you are?
it's
No, that's
sad.
not. Do you know why you are down the ladder?
Why?
Because sense is heavy.
So it's weighing you down. So it's weighing you down.
That's why the person who doesn't have anything inside, they can float.
Sense is heavy, so it's weighing you down.
That's foul.
Bars, but no. Bars, but no.
There's a statue.
It's your mother watching the show.
You're the one. You see the statue. The guy gets so high. Like this. No, I'm just joking.
No.
I couldn't.
No, that's bad.
I couldn't let the joke pass.
No, that's bars though, but that
I was
shouldn't
just,
be the case.
I was just
Let's
joking.
just give everybody equal opportunity.
No, I understand.
And
But when
when
you
that
said,
is
I just
done-
wanted to correct you when you said genuine. Somebody's genuine intent could include an amorous relationship, and it could still be genuine.
Yeah.
So instead of saying genuine, I would say maybe a strictly business or a strictly platonic relationship. But you as the creator or the talent have that responsibility. I've been in the industry and I know
You've had
points where
emotions and you have helped people.
where sometimes
You have
right,
given them
it's
contracts.
the quote unquote future victim of the situation who will try to compromise a little bit because they see the value that could be there. Again, when it's said and done, it's like, oh, men are bad, horrible, taking advantage of girls. But nobody is forcing these people to do these things. And somebody will say that the leverage is pressure. But you still, if you clearly identified this person who wanted ABC before helping you out, and you made a decision and you walked away, right? Yeah. Some other girl wouldn't have. Yeah. But guess what happens in 5 years or in 3 years? She'll go sit on radio and TV and say, that's what the guy did to me. You understand? Yeah. At the same hurdle where you, as a girl, in the same position said, I don't want this. Yeah. Regardless what you have promised me or I know you can do for me, I don't want it, so let me go. Another girl will say, okay, because I want that so much, let me try and see. Then when it didn't go, they sacrifice the guy at the altar. Yeah. You understand? So I want us to have an honest conversation about both sexes and the issue at hand. But I also don't want men crucified. There are men out there who genuinely like Lenny and want to invest in Lenny's career. Blah blah. Like that rich buying biscuits randomly. Some guy saw Lenny at the shop and bought biscuit for no reason. You get what I'm saying? You saw it and you said no. Case closed. Now that guy's not a bad guy. No. He said do this for me. You said, oh, I can't do that. Yeah, because then if it's forced, it becomes rape, and that's a different thing. You get what I'm saying? Said no, and that's the bold. But if you had said yes, and then 3 years later we are back here, and you tell us that didn't work out, that is no different from your label situations. Yeah, you understand where you confess that you didn't read you didn't have a lawyer, you were excited to just get the contract, blah, because there's always bait. Let me ask, in any interaction, there's bait.
Let me ask Freda something, Freda.
Did she sign on to the guy? No, she didn't.
You go kneel down.
Sometimes we are not too sure why you walk away, right? Right. So, like, what's he really saying? You are looking for someone to help you, right? But in other cases, a lady may stay because maybe they find a guy cute. Yeah. You get it? Yes. So for you, what was it like? Was it because the guy wasn't cute enough?
Oh, I know that. But honestly, at some point, I realized he was actually lying. Oh. Yes. He was lying. I mean, he's saying, because kind of cry by we could have started something. Not as a relationship.
That makes it even worse.
That makes it even worse.
You know.
Oh, but fake it till you make it.
So that means
not in this situation.
It's possible that most of the ladies have found themselves.
Because I really counted on him. You know, I really counted on him. Me, I remember myself, Alan, and OG, we used to go to his office and stuff like that. And he was, you know, really assuring us, you know, yes, that he was going to give us the money, and I reached the point we realized he was just capping.
Had he come direct to you to say that he likes you and all, like?
Yes.
Ouch.
Yes.
Anyways,
could have done better.
Moving away from that, hip hop is 50 years.
We can't move away from that so quickly.
I mean,
just give 1 more minute before it's.
Yes, boss.
You know.
Okay.
A moment of silence, please. For all the men who didn't make it with their money.
Goodness,
But you know, let's not forget the fact that there are actually good men out there who are also
definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you for remembering us.
Thank you very much.
No, it's hard. We don't get any love.
Clap for them, please.
Clap
No,
for
there
us.
are good men
Yes,
out there.
look this
It's
way
not
when you
loud
say
enough,
it.
Lenny. Lenny,
There are.
Hey, let's do it again.
There are good men out
2, 1.
there.
Look
I've
this way.
said that.
There are what? Listen to it. Say
There
it.
are good men out
There
there.
we go. Lovely.
There are good men.
There we go.
Give me my flowers. What
Shouts
it?
to all the men out there who are supporting women genuinely.
Yeah.
I mean, we need you guys. So
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry.
No, I mean it's
We'll
real.
continue.
I mean, look, I have worked with female artists. My support to Lucica was extra.
Yeah,
super
Nana
genuine.
Hima.
Yeah. Less that was
Nana
business.
Hima.
And it's been numerous. So many other people that I've worked with, so many other females I've worked with, that has been always, let's look out for their skill first.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
skill, talent. Yeah.
Skill first.
Yeah.
And then after.
No. When I say skill first, it's
Skill
about
first and after
it is
money.
what it is.
Okay.
It is push. If you are interested in the person's skill, help the person.
Yeah.
If you both develop emotions afterwards for each other, that's a different conversation.
Right,
But
right.
focus on the skill.
Which is highly likely.
Because I've heard stories from a female artist as well recently who was telling me about how she got and I'm saying this bluntly, how Cyril, how she couldn't get her products on certain places. I have to make it very generic so people don't read into it. Certain places because it was a blunt conversation of intimacy or not.
But Felina was here and she said the same thing.
Yeah.
Feli said she got denied on a particular show or something.
She said
Because of
She
things.
couldn't go on stage because the guy who was behind the show had made certain advances that she stopped. So the guy didn't allow her to go on that show.
You know,
And that's
there's a
mean.
thin line between between liking somebody and liking the experience you have with that person. And when you're doing music and you can go into a studio and go from an idea on a beat to a song that is stuck in everybody's head, and every time it comes on, the both of you remember where you were, blah, blah, blah. That is like covering yourself in kerosene and playing with lighters. It will suck. So it's not always the guy is crazy. You get what I'm saying? And I'm saying this to our ladies because it's like they don't have the perspective of the guy. Do you get it? They don't have the perspective of the guy. That guy who is trying to help you.
I tell you about the guy to head throw. So when did they cut the people that you were going to the office or then the guy had one idea.
Three eyes, one eye, three eyes.
What did them so feeling like, this deal is gonna happen and then
we need to do better because
Yes.
we don't have
Thank
a
you.
lot of women music or female music executives in this
That
country.
was a good call that Feli said.
Feli, yeah.
Yes,
She put
we
out.
need to
where are
do
the
better.
the outrage there? When there's outrage or there's a problem, right? That has to do with the gender related issues. All the big ladies come charging into the conversation, pitchforks. Whoever is the unfortunate guy is dead, right? But you are not putting together those structures to protect and enable these same women who are in the space. Where are all the women execs? Where are the female-owned studios? Where are the female-owned video production companies? You get what I'm saying? Very few. Very few of them. You understand? So, I mean...
Because I'm saying this because I'm looking at our biggest female exports right now. No disrespect to Riala, who's doing great. She's doing her things and everything. But Jackie and Marie are the only two names that come into mind. Mirror, Electro Mirror, who manages Jackie, is a guy, right? He's able to oversee the rise of Jackie from a young girl in tech.
Sorry.
You get out.
The keywords don't use on me like that. Oversee the rise.
But you see, Mirror has two arms of experience.
Yes, he has been inside.
Mirror was heavily involved in EL's career.
Yes.
So he knows how it works.
Right.
And he can see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And he had exposure to people like Soraya and the likes, and he knows what is a do.
So what
what
I'm trying to say is, if you look at Jackie, it tells us that it is possible.
It is possible to support
and
and
even
deliver,
export.
Yeah.
You know, some. I mean, Amare's management is obviously spearheaded by her mother, so that's a different thing altogether.
But
I'm just saying
there's a
that-
lot of guys around Amare as well.
Exactly.
Mutombo does her visuals. Blah,
Exactly.
Blah, blah. There's a lot of guys.
But, get me? So I'm saying that we have it in us to create a lot of superstars, not even just for the men, but for the women as well. And we have to do better. We have to
if
ensure
only
that
the men can.
That's
what I'm saying. We have to ensure-
I wish we could have
Even if
really
the
played
men
video
don't have
again.
to, the women have to take
step
that.
in,
Yeah.
you know.
I wish we could have played that video again because I was watching the video and I was like, she's gotten the equation right. the look, the lyrics, the music, if you can put the visuals on the screen, you know, all that is left for Freda to get there is the support, the support. I think it was the new one in the black outfit. That was what.
That was Questions.
Questions,
all black.
yeah.
All black with this one.
Yeah.
This one. I mean, like,
this was dope.
I'm watching. Yeah, everything about this video.
Yeah.
Director Mitch, shouts going out to Director
Shouts
Mitch.
to Mitch.
Yes,
Because you
it's
know, Jay,
dope.
we were talking about hip hop the last time, right? And often it's talked about, or the focus of the spotlight is on the male rappers, right? Like, you know, our biggest rap exports is a male. So when are we going to come at this table and say the next biggest rap export is a female?
Give it time.
You know, that's what I'm saying. But these are people who are at the gates of these opportunities.
Yeah.
So why don't we engineer it in a way that if we see that indeed Freda has got what it takes to face off other rappers around.
She just did it. I was just going to say throw the phone away, and she did it.
If we believe that Freda has got what it takes,
Thank you.
we've seen it in the works, and not just Freda, the Eno Baronis and the Felinas, all these ones have shown that they have what it takes to bring that glory back to the country. Because of course, when she goes out there, she makes it. It's not just to her. It's for all. We're all gonna come back and say, "Hey, Charlie, we're excited. We are proud of all that."
Yeah.
Why haven't we paid attention to that end product?
Because there's nothing to emulate. Even outside, female rappers have a tough time. That's why the likes of Nicki, Cardi are
Yeah, but
normally-
at least if I ask you to mention 5 female rappers, you can
I
mention
can mention 5 years.
who have succeeded, who have
Success
become
is
global
success is
experts.
relative. Even Ghana, our biggest star, whoever you choose out of our top 5 as our biggest star in the realm of things globally or even on African continent are not that big. And this is not shade to anybody. We are having a constructive
we have 3
criticism,
minutes more, right?
right? we're having a constructive criticism.
Yeah, definitely.
That if you
Yeah.
take our biggest earner, streamer, performer, whatever, blah blah, and you drop him in the African conversation, maybe a number 6 or 7 or 8 B. You understand? That one's safe. I'm being generous.
arguable.
If then you take that and you drop it in the European conversation,
We are lost.
gone. Right? So if that is our male, whatever, then the discrepancy between male and female, whatever, then you take our best rapper, female, whoever, makes you rap 1,000 bars, right? And go and drop her anywhere in America. There's maybe 500 other female rappers ahead of her already who are even underground in America. So there's always that contrast that we have to be honest about. It's hard having these conversations. It sounds like people are working hard and you are only speaking the negative. But if you are going somewhere and you are not constantly looking at your map, before you finally do, you are lost.
You are lost, yeah, true.
You know, this thing is, if you are going somewhere, I pick up the last line. If you are going somewhere and you don't, you are lost. And that is the last verse from Serial this morning. If you are going somewhere, but anyway, so where are you going now? I mean, what's the direction now? What's the plans now? You dropped
What's
a
on
new
her
song,
map?
You know.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I definitely have great works, you know, in store for my fans. You know, I know I've been starving them for some time now, but I'm finally back in the game. You know, I have great works in line. But I mean, I'm just, you know, working my way to the top. You feel me? Yeah.
I like that. And shouts to this director, Mitch. I think
So I want to find out
it's
how.
a guy, right?
Yes, Mitch.
Yeah, he got the
Visual
understanding of your
yeah.
brand very
Got
well,
it right.
and he put out a
Yes.
great work.
Charlie, how do you call your
I
fans?
think, you know, I think I want to leave that to them. But I had a fan base that was called Rhymes Nation.
Rhymes
But
Nation.
No.
I still want to,
It should
you
be
know,
like the Rhyme Zone or something.
Rhyme Zone.
Oh, Charlie!
Lit.
Oh,
No.
That's actually lit. You know.
Man can say no.
But
For the artist, Nadia, Tumada, they are saying, how is it?
no, it's not bad. But I mean, I'm leaving that to the fans to decide.
Right.
You know.
I'm the president of the fans people. So we have met on WhatsApp right now, so it's Rhyme Zone.
To decide. That's dope. That's dope. Always remember to brush your teeth in the morning and before you sleep at night.
This morning I blow you fuse.
Talk to them. Every smile matters. Every smile matters. Frida, your smile matters. Everybody else's smile matters. Thank you so very much for being a part of the show this morning with us.
Thank
We're
you.
truly grateful for having you and
Thank
wishing you
you
all
for
the
having
best.
me.
We're going to celebrate this. We're going to push the music. Keep it up. you know, and yeah.
One more thing.
Yeah, say.
I have 2 projects out, and we've been shouting out Mitch, but I want to give a big shout out to the director that shot Don't Kiss Me as well, Kwame Chicken, AV1 Media. They, helped with everything. I mean, I had my ideas concerning the video, but he had a master plan. So big shout outs to him and to my team, T-Baby, Hammer Boy, everybody, and my fans,
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Well, so we've just been having a good chat on the past hour and a half plus with Freda Rhymz. She's our guest this morning, and you just heard from her as well. So thank you very much. We are back again tomorrow on Culture Daily. The Culture Squad says bye-bye, and thank you, Freda. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.